On Christmas Day, Lamar Jackson became the most productive rushing quarterback in the history of the National Football League. 6,110 yards. No quarterback who ever played the position has run for more. Before we get to what that number really means, there is something you need to hear first. Back in February of 2018, a Hall of Fame general manager named Bill Polian went on ESPN and told the country exactly what he thought Lamar Jackson should do with his career. We are coming back to those exact words. But first, you need to understand the system Jackson was walking into. The National Football League has a standard for what a franchise quarterback is supposed to look like on paper. Prototypical height, a textbook throwing motion, consistent accuracy from the pocket. Teams build entire draft boards around finding that exact profile. And in the year Jackson came out, 31 teams looked at him and decided he did not fit it. He fell all the way to pick number 32, the very last selection of the first round. Only one team was willing to trade back into that round to take the chance on him as a quarterback. The system asked for a prototype. Lamar Jackson was not one. Jackson had already won the Heisman Trophy at Louisville, but that did not change how the league saw him walking into the draft. He spent his rookie season mostly on the bench, learning behind a veteran, waiting for his shot. When it came in his second year, he did not just win games. He won the Most Valuable Player award at 22 years old, and along the way, he set a new single-season rushing record for a quarterback with 1,206 yards on the ground. 2 years before, no one wanted him at the position at all. 2 seasons later, he was already the league's most valuable player. Then, in December of 2024, in his 7th season, something specific happened. He walked into a game against the Houston Texans needing only 86 rushing yards to break Michael Vick's career quarterback rushing record. It was his 102nd game in the league. Vick had needed 143 games to get there. In the third quarter, on a routine 6-yard run, Jackson quietly passed him. There was no fireworks moment built around it. He just ran the ball and history moved. Think about how quiet that was. A record built over 7 years, broken on an ordinary carry, in a game his team was already winning by nearly 30 points. Now, here are those words from Bill Polian. Speaking on ESPN before the 2018 draft, Polian said Jackson should abandon quarterback entirely and move to wide receiver, adding that the accuracy isn't there. He said it publicly on national television about a player who had just won the Heisman Trophy. Nobody in football wanted to say directly what that comment really was. It was the same tired standard being applied to a player who did not fit an old mold. Lamar Jackson's record did not just answer Michael Vick. It answered Bill Polian first. 6,110. Say it slowly because that number carries 3 different weights. First, inside his own career. This is a player scouts said would never survive as a passer, and he built an entire second identity as the league's greatest rushing quarterback on top of 2 Most Valuable Player awards. Second, against the only name that ever stood above him, Michael Vick ran for 6,109 yards across 13 seasons and 143 games. Jackson passed him in his 7th season, in his 102nd game. 6,110 yards, reached in 41 fewer games than the man who held the record before him. Third, against history itself. Nobody has ever produced this much ground yardage, while also functioning as a franchise passer good enough to win 2 Most Valuable Player awards. 6,110 yards is not a running back's number wearing a quarterback's jersey. It is a category the league did not have a name for until Jackson forced one into existence. After the game, Jackson was asked what breaking the record meant to him. "I'm grateful, man," he said. "That's a record that's been there forever." That is all he said. As the 2026 season unfolds, Jackson has already said out loud what actually matters to him. "I'm trying to get a Super Bowl," he said. "If that record comes, so be it. But that's not my goal." You need to sit with that for a second. So tell us directly in the comments. Is Lamar Jackson already the greatest quarterback of his generation, or does none of this matter until he wins a Super Bowl? Write your answer below right now.